It's Aleya Antoine. You're listening to Tease podcast.
Everyone loves the tease. Stop.
Don't get too excited.
There was a hurricane in Cabo when me and Kai visited, of course. So there's a hurricane. So we all have to go underground so we don't get blown away. But at this point, the people at the casino, they are liquoring us up. They're like, tequila, tequila, tequila. Like, you not gonna know there's a hurricane anymore. You're gonna... Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tease podcast. Happy Tuesday, bitches. It is so good to be back with you guys. If you're watching this episode, you might be wondering why I am currently wearing sunglasses inside and why I have a blanket on. And it's not because I'm trying to be iconic in any way, because I recognize that wearing these sunglasses right now looks so douchey, so annoying, and most of the time I can't really stand it when people wear sunglasses indoors, especially when there's nothing to shade from or to like flex from, like when there's just really no reason. But I am extremely hungover and I can't handle the bright lights that are facing me right now. Guys, I literally just got back from my shift at the bar, and when I tell you I have probably slept maybe 2-3 hours. I haven't showered since yesterday afternoon and I desperately need a nap. So, guys, I think I might actually be in my Vegas era officially. Moving to Vegas has been really fun, but it's also been honestly really challenging for me. It's been hard to kind of like find where I fit in. I think also just I'm used to kind of being like, I don't know how to word this, but you know how everywhere that you live, there's like places that you have in society in a way? Like if you live in Texas, right? You have the people who go to school for nursing, you have like the rich people, you have the people that are athletes because Texas is really big with that. If you go to a work environment, you have like this girl, that girl, you know what I mean? Like everyone kind of like has like their niche, and like, yeah, there may be like a lot of people in some niches, but I feel like with everything that I wanted to do and with my goals, like I've always been kind of like an outlier. It felt like okay, like the things that I want to do, no one else around me really wants to do. So like it kind of, as much as it maybe made it isolating, it also kind of gave me like, I feel a unique flair. Moving to Vegas, I feel like I'm like everyone else. Like I'm like a lot of people. Not a lot of people here want to have a podcast, but a lot of people want to make money as a bartender in their 20s. I'm used to being at a place to where it's kind of like, me and Kai were just talking about this, but when I used to bartend or serve in Texas or like Seattle, like at Hooters, whatever, if you're serving your table and your table was kind of douchey and condescending, they would be like, so what do you want to be when you grow up? Which is honestly, why would you ask a grown adult what do you want to be when you grow up? I honestly wish I could come face to face with everyone who has ever told me that so I could smack them upside the head. This is the hangover talking. But over there, like it was kind of like looked down upon in a way, right? Like bartending, serving was kind of like the best kept secret for making it in your 20s. Like so many of my friends either like worked in retail or they're a receptionist or they worked for their mommy and daddy. Like that was like the normal path. So me being like a bartender working restaurants, like it probably was like more like judged, or it was kind of like, oh, like you clearly don't have like that much help going on financially in your life, so you have to do this. Like you have to do this. But it actually made a lot of money, but not a lot of people knew that because of the stigma around it, you know? In Vegas, it's the complete opposite. I literally had a parent and their son at the bar today because like the son is obviously an adult now. And the mom was like, oh yeah, I'm a bartender. Like it's so normal for people to get a job as like a bartender, as a server, and they make that their career, like not a job, career, because Vegas has the best hospitality industry in the world. So these people, they're getting benefits, they're making a shit ton of money, not to just survive, but they're thriving too. Like servers, bartenders are walking around with Louis Vuittons, going on vacations twice a year, you know? And it's just really hard to like get into that, especially because like I'm not looking to have it as a career. I'm looking to have it as a job, like a for now, not a forever. But it's hard to get a for now when there's so many people that are forever. And I just like, I've never had to, in a way, I guess to phrase it, I've never had to work really hard at things that weren't my goal. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if someone, let's say, worked at Nordstrom, right? But like that's not your goal at all. You're just trying to do something else. But then you have to work super, super hard to find any clothing store to get into. You have to work your way up to become a sales associate. Like you have 6 years of experience doing something, but now you're in a new city and it's thriving. Like that's just how it feels. And it's like, okay, why is this so hard? Because this isn't even my end game. This isn't my end game. You know what I mean? And so I've had a hard time like finding that. And the only reason why it stresses me out is, again, not because I want to do it forever, but it's because I literally need money to survive and pay my bills. So it's been like stressing me out. And then I just feel like I had a hard time like meeting people in Vegas because, like I told y'all, I normally make my friends through work, you know? And this has kind of like pushed me to make friends in a new approach, which honestly is probably a good thing because it's time to switch it up. I've had so many failed friendships, maybe something about meeting people at my job, like I needed to stop that. And now I can give y'all more tips on how to make friends too in like more creative ways. But officially now I feel like I have a little bit more stability. Like my life was very unstable here for a long time. I feel like now I have a schedule. I have the podcast room slash office. I have a routine. I've been to the doctors. I have a job that I work at and I have friends. And, you know, as much as I want to be someone who like loves their alone time by themselves, which I do, like I love being alone, honestly. I really do. Being alone is actually how I feel like I recharge. However, it's not how I thrive. Thriving, I need to like be around other humans. Like I need to communicate, I need to socialize. Like it's just an inherent need that I have, and as humans we all have it, but some definitely need it more than others, and I definitely am that way. So as much as I love my alone time, I love going to the gym, I love watching TV, I love doing solo dates, like I need something to balance it out, because the only way that you can appreciate your alone time is when you're not doing it all the time. When you're doing something all the time, you stop appreciating it. You know what I mean? So I started getting so irritated and not enjoying my alone time because it's all that I was doing, you know? And me and Kai have made friends in Vegas now. And I feel like now I'm at the point to where, you know, like when you make friends, but you're like, okay, I don't really know you. I feel like I'm at the point to like where I can kind of like show myself and like be who I am, you know? And so I feel like Vegas is like finally starting to kind of like side hug me. I don't think we're doing a full embrace yet, but I think they're like, okay, like fine, you can like be a part of the mix. But I have full sended that to the max, which is my issue. Yesterday night before we went out, I was like, guys, I think I need to do a cleanse. Like, I'm not going to the club at all next week. I'm not going to the club a week after because we're going to LA soon. So I was like, I'm not going to go to any clubs before we go to LA. And everyone was like, Aleya, you've literally gone to the club twice recently, and we're going tonight a third time. Why do you need to do a cleanse? You haven't even been out that much. But when I tell you, my body feels like I just partied for 70 million hours straight. I am exhausted, but I have also had so much fun. So let me update you guys, because I've been living in Vegas and I haven't told you all about any party fist pumping type of Vegas shit because I haven't been doing it. So let's get into the basic part of Vegas that y'all all probably wanted to hear about when I said that I was first initially moving, but because I had no friends at all, I couldn't really share. So recently, I feel like I'm in my Vegas girl era because I thought that I didn't like clubbing. Like, y'all have heard me say it. I was like, you know, I'm just more of a low-key gal now. Like, I'm done. I just, like, want to chill. I'm not a club rat anymore. I'm back to being a club rat, and I realized that, like the true Vegas girl I am morphing into, I just need a table. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. I just need a table. It's not that I ever dislike clubbing. I just dislike guest lists. I dislike being in GA. I hate GA. I can't do standing room only. I need a table. I need my space. I need to be able to put my things down. I need to be able to rest my feet. I need to be able to stand on the couch so I can actually see over everyone. My life has literally 180'd from being at a table. Being at a table in Las Vegas has changed my whole life and outlook on clubbing. Because I'm telling you, if you're a girl, you better be at a table. Guys, get a table to save your life. I don't care what you have to do as long as it's not illegal or making you uncomfortable or something that you actually don't want to do. But like, you know what I'm trying to go at. Like, it's a necessity. And here's the thing. Men have privilege. We all know this. They don't deserve it, but they have privilege. They can do pretty much anything that they want and they scare all of the rest of us, right? Like they have privilege. In Vegas, girls have privilege too. And it may not be in the same way, but I was looking around at all the sad, broke boys at the club. Also, when I say broke boys, I'm talking about straight cis men, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about any of the teasers. If you're listening to this episode, you are amazing. You're beautiful. Anyone who listens to Tease, I know that you're sexy, hot, beautiful, gorgeous. But the rest of the population, I'm looking at these broke men standing around, sweating, spending $100 just to get in the club, and then they're paying for each and every drink and having to tip. Them going to a club and getting a subpar experience, they're probably paying hundreds of dollars for. And then the ones who have money but they're still a guy, they're spending thousands of dollars just to get a table. Waste their money on bottles and waste their time thinking that this girl wants them when the real thing is she just wants a shot of Clase Azul. Like that's all that she wants. And I was like, you know what? Being a girl fucking rocks. There's a lot of time in my life where I've been like, I love being a woman, but this is another time that I'm adding to that list because while they're doing that, I have just Ubered over to the club in my little cute outfit. I have paid absolutely nothing to get in. I have paid absolutely nothing for the table. I have paid absolutely nothing for my drinks. I meet my friends. I get my cute pictures. I have a little vlog, a little story time. I'm partying. And I have left spending less than most of the time $30. Guys, I literally went to Tao to see Porter Robinson. Me and Kai went together. We got behind the DJ booth. It was an all-girls table. We had a girl promoter too, like living our best life behind the DJ booth. I didn't spend a dime that day. I spent absolutely no money. If you have me on Instagram, Aleya Antoine, yes, I just plugged that because I'm annoyed and I have on sunglasses right now, so I guess I should act annoying. But you'll see like a grid that I did when I was at Tao Beach Club. All that shit was free. Like if you're thinking, oh my God, Aleya's rich, she's spinning bands. I am not rich. But I was living wealthy. The next day, literally the next day, I go to Marquee and it's Fisher performing. I'm with a bunch of girly pops. I'm at a table. I'm drinking for free. I'm in my little outfit. I'm taking photos and videos. Spent zero fucking dollars. I spent no money for that. Guys, also, if you're thinking, okay, well, how do I do this? Like, what if I don't have a friend to go with me? Yes, the first day I went with Kai because I just wanted to like get a vibe. The second day, guys, I went to the club alone. That's how you know I'm feeling feral, confident, and I've been going to therapy because I literally went to Marquee Day Club alone. So the way that I did this was, one, you obviously first and foremost want to be safe. If you feel like a club is sketchy or that kind of thing, don't go. Don't force yourself to go. But it's a Vegas beach club. There's security everywhere. It's not even nighttime. Like I might go to a nightclub by myself if like I really like the artist and just for some reason no one else can come with me. But like I can go to a day club alone and be confident. Nightclub I haven't done and I don't know if I really want to, but day club I felt completely comfortable. Kai was working at Marquee as a lifeguard, so I was like, okay, well I do want to see Fisher. All of my friends were busy, so I was like, you know what? Like fuck it, I'll just go. I got on a table that had a bunch of other girls, and I was like, you know what? Like, at the end of the day, one thing that I will pat myself on the back for, because I know that I normally am like shitting on myself sometimes, but the one thing I will say is that like you can take me anywhere, and if the vibe is good, like I'm gonna have fun. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people that's gonna like be a Debbie Downer or pull down the vibe or be like, I wanna leave, I don't like this, you know what I mean? I don't like the music playing, I don't like this, I don't like that. If it's a vibe, everyone's having fun, like I'm gonna have fun too. So I was like, I honestly don't really need to go with people. All I need is a table, free alcohol, and like I'm so cool, like just being a part of the mix and just like dancing with everyone else that's around me. Like there's other people there, I just may not know them. And plus, I'm gonna be with all these girls at a table, and naturally, like when you put a group of girls together, everyone's like, hey, da da da, and like you're talking, like you really don't feel alone. There was other girls that came by themselves too, and at Tao, there were other girls that just went alone because they wanted to. Even yesterday when I was at a club, there was another girl who went alone. Like there's a lot of girls in Vegas that go out alone, but it's because you can't always rely on like people. Like I feel like I've said this before, but like don't not do something because you have no one to do it with. Like, don't not do something that you want to do just because no one can go with you. Go by yourself if it's safe. Go by yourself if you feel confident that you'll be safe, then there's nothing that should be stopping you. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I'm going alone. I walk in, I meet these two beautiful, drop dead gorgeous Australian girls. And like, I love Australian girls only because I really love their accent, and Australia has all the best online clothes. Please debate me. Whenever I see a Instagram shop or I see really cute outfits, every like 8 times out of 10, it's from fucking Australia. They have such good fashion. I'm obsessed. And they talk like this. Wait, how did I do it? They're like, oh, we're going to Texas. Yeah, we're going to Texas. Like it's kind of like a British like twang type of. How did they talk? They were like, oh, yes, we just made it in Las Vegas. We're so excited. We're going to be spending 2 months here. And I was like, oh my God, y'all are so cute. Like, I was like, I'm from Texas. And they're like, oh, you're from Texas. You're from Texas. Like, it was just so cute. I know I'm butchering the accent, but I did it really good earlier, but I just can't get it anymore. I met these two super cute girls. They're from Australia. They're telling me about their travel plans. They're so nice. They're so sweet. We're waiting. We get in line. We go to our table and everything. I meet another two girls, and they're so sweet. They came from, man, where did they come from? I think Boston. I think they came in from Boston. They were matching outfits. It was so adorable. They looked like two little fairies. I even met the girl's mom because her mom came later to party with them, which, oh, I envy people that do that. Like I envy those relationships, guys. If you party or anything with your mom, like please write in, because like I think that that's so cool and dope. Like I don't think you'll realize like how much I'm obsessed with like that aesthetic. But I meet their mom, we're all dancing together, and like yeah, I talked to everyone. And of course there are times where they're just trying to have fun with the people that they came with. And so during those times where they're just talking to each other about their own lives, I'm just like you know what I mean, dancing. And like you can do that too. I'm not unique at all. Like you can literally do that too. You know what I mean? And it was so much fun, and it's a great way to meet friends. I feel like I expanded my whole social network in 2 days just from going out and being a part of like society and like those things, you know? And then yesterday took me out the game. We went to Zook and we were supposed to get free dinner, free table, free drinks. Guys, y'all have to do it like this. I can't believe I ever just like did guest list and paid for my own drinks. What was I doing? Like I would honestly, I do get it though, because sometimes you can't get a table, but there's a good performer that you want to see. Luckily me, since I live here, most people always come back. So if there's not something that I can like sit at, well, there's a performer that I like I'm like, okay, I live in Vegas. Like, I know you'll be back. I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, half of these people are here, like, every freaking weekend. But we went to Fuhu. That was our pregame. It's, like, a little lounge restaurant. We got each a free drink, and we got, like, every single appetizer on the list. They just bring them out. I was pretty full. It was like Asian food. It was really good. And my friends and I even had our own dining table there. There was just one other girl, the one that was alone, that joined us, but she was super cool. She fit right in. Things didn't go south until she like just didn't pay my friend back for something. But like that's, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But she was really cool. And then we had our own table. We had our own drinks and everything. We went outside to the day club, me and my friend, to take photos. And then the promoter took us inside of the actual club. We got a table, we got a bottle of tequila, mixers, everything. And at first it was honestly kind of empty because it's Memorial Day weekend, so there's like so many good DJs. I think it's just like hard for people to figure out which one to go to. So the one that we ended up at wasn't like super packed. There was a lot of people, but it wasn't like shoulder to shoulder at all. And so like we like just were having fun by ourselves. We were all dancing together. And you know what? Here's the thing. For all you people that go out and are like, it's not that packed, it won't be lit. Me and my friends, literally, I'm talking about in like different friends that I've had, not the same group all the time. But like we went out one time the day before Thanksgiving. No one's in the club. When I say that we had an entire party and fucked it up and had the most fun, we did. Last night, it wasn't that packed. We had so much fun. Like, guys, just be the vibe. If you can't find the vibe, be the vibe. I literally acted like someone who's wearing sunglasses. Anywho, but like we just kind of like, you could tell that we were all kind of just like dancing, but we were faking kind of the fun for a little bit. And you know how they say fake it till you make it? It's true, because at first we're faking it and we're like, oh ha ha, like let's do our white girl dance, like I don't care, I love it. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what switched. It's like we all went from kind of like forcing ourselves to have fun to actually having the best night, and I end up like this. There was a guy next to us that was from Colombia, and I don't know how it happens, but I feel like straight guys a lot of times, they see me and they're like, oh, like you're really pretty, da 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 da. And then they meet Kai and they're obsessed with Kai. Like the guy is originally looking at me and Kai's like, go see if we can get some of his alcohol. And I'm like, on it. I'm on the mission. You can count on me. I don't know. For some reason, as much as I like don't like flirting and I don't like doing any of that, I always end up being the friend that's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him so we can all get stuff. Like I remember when I was in high school and we weren't 21, or I think it was 18 yet. Me and my friend were trying to get a bong so we could stop smoking weed out of apples. So me, her, and our gay friend, we literally go to the vape shop and they're like, okay, there's a man outside. Go flirt with him so he could buy us a pipe. Like I was like, no, like why me? I literally was wearing like one of those ugly like mesh t-shirts. It's so funny because back then I thought that wearing a mesh t-shirt with like a little bralette was so slutty, and now like you'll see people in church with that. You know what I mean? And so I go up to him and I'm like, hi, like me and my friends, can you please get us a pipe? Da, 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 da. And I don't know, I think it's the server in me and everything. Like I could never keep a sugar daddy because I can't talk that often, but like on a one-off for a reward at that moment that I know is probably guaranteed, like, you know what, I can do it. So I go up to the guy and he's like, oh, hi. And then Kai comes up with me because the guy's like, oh, like, who are you with? And I was like, oh, this is my partner, Kai. And he was like, oh, like, and he had an accent. And then Kai was like, oh, like, where are you from? And the guy says Colombia, and Kai's like, oh my gosh, I'm Colombian. They started speaking in Spanish to each other. Now, Kai and the man are grabbing each other waist to waist. The guy is grabbing Kai's waist. Kai is grabbing the guy's waist. They're locked in. They talked for like 20 minutes. They take a shot together. Kai walks away. Kai goes back. They talk again, take another shot together. Like I, at this point, had already walked away to everything, and Kai is like genuinely enjoying talking to this guy. Like they're laughing, they're smiling, they're dancing. I'm like, what is happening? It was honestly so cute because the guy, like, sometimes I will say that like I definitely like misjudge some men just because I'm scared of like all men because there are bad apples, but like this guy was a great, nice, like just an adorable guy. Like if I had a sugar daddy, like I would choose him, you know what I mean? And so he was a very, very sweet man. And like, I did feel bad for like kind of judging him at first, but like, it wasn't personal to him. I just judge every man that I see everywhere. And then, so we go out and we're like, okay, like let's go ahead and move clubs. Like, you know, like when it's just time, you're like, okay, let's like club hop. We go to Piranhas. Remember I told you about Piranhas last week, the gay club that will have you there all night. Oh, every time I go to Piranhas, which is only once every quarter, I can't go to Piranhas often because they don't have a closing time. There's 5 different rooms with different music. So if you get bored, you can just bounce room to room. You don't need to go to another place. I mean, it's super gay. It's super fun too. And so I just like love the vibe. We go, we get a table there. And after that, I have no idea what happens. After I have no idea what happened, I just remember taking a shot and then we're all like blackout probably. Like there's so many videos where I'm like, when was this? We're all dancing to each other. I probably did a casual trauma dump. You know, like when you're drunk and you're like just talking and then you low key just say something really traumatic and you're like, ah, but it's like it's something you're trauma dumping. You're just having a conversation. But like when you're sober, you're like, let me not touch on this at all so I don't get awkward about it. But you're like, yeah, this happened. But we did that. And then I stopped drinking because I was like, okay, like we're going to have to like go home eventually. So I tapped out, but everyone else kept going. So I'm like sobering up, drinking my water, all that stuff. Kai is getting more drunk as I'm getting more sober. Kai blacks out. Kai definitely blacked out. Luckily, we took Kai's car. Kai throws up all over their car in a plastic bag. Like, guys, this is a ratchet hood rat shit that I've been avoiding for so long, and I'm back to my old self. And then I don't really know what happened after that. Like, not that I was drunk at that point. At that point, I was tired. It was 5 a.m. Like, at that point, I'm on autopilot. I'm like, I just want to get home, go to bed. We come home. I'm like, I literally have work in 4 hours. Are you fucking kidding me? Kai has thrown up over their car. We go to bed. We wake up today, and me and Kai are both like, oh, like, you know, like when you just look at your person and you're like, I'm so gone. We both wake up and like I genuinely, it was one of those days where I was like, I can't imagine going to work. Like I was like, if I make it to work, I'm gonna be so surprised. Like Kai's over here like, should I Uber? Should I call out? Should I delete everything on my story so I should call out? Like I am like, fuck, like I need the money so I'm gonna go in, but like I can't do it. And then I realized, wait, the bar that I work at is so chill. I can wear whatever I want because I have free will. I'm wearing my outfit that I wear right now. I'm literally wearing a sports bra and Spanx. That's it. I'm literally wearing a sports bra and Spanx. I take my hair out of a bonnet, just kind of whip my hair back and forth, and then go to work. I don't know how I don't look worse, honestly. And I was so delirious. I feel like everyone thought that I was so stupid because I was having so many blonde moments. Like people kept coming to sit at the bar, and my coworker's like, yeah, I'm just bored because everyone's going to the bar. I look at her and I go, what bar? Like I was so gone, guys. I haven't been that messed up since a while. Honestly, I think the only other time, like this is definitely like one of my top moments. I don't count high school because every high school time that I was drunk is just like ridiculous. But like as an adult, I think the only time that I would compare it to is probably some times in Seattle. And the first memory I had was when I was in Cabo. In 2023, I think. And there was a hurricane in Cabo when me and Kai visited, of course. So there's a hurricane. So we all have to go underground so we don't get blown away. But at this point, the people at the casino, they are liquoring us up. They're like, tequila, tequila, tequila. Like, you not gonna know there's a hurricane anymore. You're gonna think you're on the beach, even though you're underground. So like, it was the most drunk I have ever been because like, they are downing you with drinks because they don't want you to complain that you can't go outside. So we end up having like a karaoke event with the entire did I say casino? I meant resort. Is that what they're called? Resorts. I think that's what they're called, right? It's like the whole pool and everything. Oh my god. It's so embarrassing. I think it's called a pool. I mean, I think it's called a resort. I don't know why I thought it started with a C. So the whole resort, everyone's like underground. It's an all adults one. So thank goodness. If it was underground with kids, I think I'd actually probably start crying. But we're all underground and we start doing drunk karaoke. At first, me and Kai, my karaoke song is Promiscuous. I don't know what that says about me, but I'm not a karaoke person because I really can't sing. And I can't do karaoke with people that can actually sing. Like, oh, don't remember like when you would like do karaoke or like sing in school, then there'd be those people that could actually sing and you're just like, oh, like stop making it serious. You know what I mean? It's like if my friends were doing like a fun little tag relay, like I'm not gonna just start running like Usain Bolt and ruin their fun. Like stop fucking singing. Like if we wanted Adele here, we would have played Adele. Adele, you know what I mean? So I was like, I can only do karaoke with people when I'm actually drinking and when we're not taking it seriously and we're just like goofing around. Like I actually do find it really fun. But I remember this girl that I worked with, she was like, oh yeah, I do karaoke like really seriously. Me and my friends compete. We do musical theater. And in my head, I was like, oh my God, I can never hang out with you. I can never. I can hang out with you, but not at a karaoke place. I will never go with you. Because she invited me one time and I was like, yeah, never going. Never going because y'all take it seriously. And if I wanted to hear actual good music, I'd go to a concert. So that was so aggressive. So we're all like doing just like silly karaoke. I love doing promiscuous because if like I'm with someone or a friend, like I make them do it with me. Like I always just like make someone do it. It was Kai, so obviously Kai did it. But like even if I'm a random group, I love like just being like, sing it with me. And so we do promiscuous. And then people kind of went from, I think they were trying to get the vibe. So people went from singing kind of like normal throwbacks to kind of like getting more and more ratchet and turnt, you know, like someone did Bees in the Trap, another person did Anaconda. We're getting crunk. Like I want to do something really fun. So me and Kai, the idea pops into our head. Let's do All Me by Drake. You know the song All Me? Me and Kai are rapping All Me by Drake in front of a bunch of white people. There were other people there. It was diverse, but the majority was older white people. The minority was like younger kids, like the people that were in their 20s to 30s. We were probably like a quarter of the people, you know what I mean? So yeah, a quarter of the room is singing with us, but the majority of the room is like, what the fuck? And then I literally did the ho, shut the fuck up. No, literally at the part where he says like bitches on my dick. Is that what he says? He says like hoes on my dick or something like that. I'm literally like leaning back and like on my dick. And then there's half of the room with all the younger people dancing like, hey, and then the other half looks absolutely uncomfortable and horrified. And I don't know, that just yesterday just reminded me of that. So I'm so happy to be home. I literally like came home. I made 3 eggs, 3 pieces of bacon because I was uncreative. I have a thing to where if I work, I don't want to spend money on food the same day. I don't know why, but it feels like throwing away my tips. Like I'm like, why would I eat out when I just made money? You know what I mean? But not everything that we've been doing has been absolutely ratchet. I have had some calm moments. Like me and Kai recently did a paint and sip, which is a great date idea if you don't want to end up like how I am today. I've never done a paint and sip before because I'm not a good artist. And so I was just like, oh, like, should I ever do one? But Kai really wanted to do it. So I was like, you know what? Like, I got you. I reached out to them. They booked us and everything. I did a little collab and it was super fun. Kai's painting came out better than mine. And I have to admit, at the beginning, my type A was kicking in and I like wanted to cry because I was looking at everyone's and I was like, everyone's is so much prettier than mine. But as I drank my espresso martini, I definitely like started feeling better. I was like, wait, I can paint. Like, I'm good. I just started stroking. I mean, you know, like brush strokes. And so, like, that was a super fun, low key date idea. And then we, like, just went around and we went to happy hour. I love happy hour. There's nothing, like, cheapness. I don't like things that are technically cheap. I like things that are expensive, but for some reason when I'm getting it, it's cheap. Like that's my favorite thing, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to go to like McDonald's. I want to go to happy hour where the food is normally $18, but I can get it for $6 during this hour. Like I would say that that's the type of cheap I am. That's the type of budgeter that I am. And I was super excited because it was my first ever Vegas collab. Guys, I feel like I'm starting to find my place. So very, very slowly but surely. But I definitely need a detox though because just from drinking and eating, and yeah, I know I haven't gone out that much, but I feel like I just have this new outlook to where I'm like, I need a ratio. Everything is about balance. Everything's about ratio. I went out today. I'm going to LA soon. So like I just want to take a break. And also because I need to take a break from sugar too. I knew it. And you know what was the catalyst for all this, guys? I looked in the mirror yesterday and I saw a pimple. That you know what? Let me not pretend and act like I'm some person that's like, everything's about balance. Da, da. No, the truth is I saw a pimple on my face and I was like, I need a cleanse. I need a detox. I'm not going to club anymore. But I also, why am I sitting like a guy right now? I don't know, but it's kind of comfy. I see why they do it. But I also just need like a day of going to the gym for 4 days because I've only been going 3 times. And recently I have been ruining my workout because literally the other day, me and Kai we're like, yeah, we're going to be healthy. We're going to exercise. I'm on TikTok because I'm in the sauna and I'm like, oh, like, let me just look on TikTok. And then I see these beignets and I have been craving beignets. I don't know why, but you know what it is? I watched The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I love that show. I love that show. And I'm not apologizing. Y'all should watch it. Also, like, I don't like Demi. If you watch it, I don't like Demi. She was acting so... Ugh, this is what happens when you give people attention that don't deserve it. I hate when you give subpar people attention and it goes to their head, and now she had a big head. Like, that was so annoying. But I'm on TikTok, I'm scrolling, and then I see beignets, and I'm like, oh my gosh. We should get one. They close in 5 minutes. I'm like, Kai, get out of your seat. I'm running to my car. I literally called the place and I'm like, can you please make 3 beignets for me? I will be there in 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm in traffic. Whole time I'm running from the gym. They ended up giving us the beignets for free. Guys, maybe this has been my week of free. Maybe the universe knows I need to save my money and it's like, free. The free people have been taking over me. I feel like a lucky, lucky girl. And they gave us a free box of donuts. She was like, do you want some donuts too? And the whole time I'm like, I shouldn't. But I've also been craving donuts. But you know what? That's why you don't buy sweets, because then you crave it at home, but you don't have it. You know what happens when you have the sweets and you crave it at home? You eat it. So we literally got a box of 4. Homegirl offered us a box of 16 donuts. I was like, no. Like, you... What's that TikTok where it's like, I repel you? That one, that's literally how I felt. But they were super good. So I'm really excited. Oh, I need to look up the name. I think it's called like Monte something. It's woman owned too. Man, I need to plug them because they're very kind people. I mean, also speaking of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives though, another show that I've been watching on Netflix is Forever. Forever is honestly good. I had not been watching Netflix recently because I feel like Netflix is lacking. Is that just me? But I feel like they haven't had the good shit lately. Like I feel like Peacock, Hulu, like they've been putting in the work. They're grinding. Like they are running a marathon, not a race. And I think Netflix is ready to race, not a marathon, because Hulu and Peacock, they may have like less things sometimes, but their stuff that they do have is bangers. Like literally Love Hotel on Peacock, Bravo's new show, has me and Kai hooked. There's something about watching old people on reality TV that is just so entertaining. Like they're just meant for it. Like watching like a Love Island, but with people over the age of 40 is so entertaining for some reason for me. But I've been watching Forever on Netflix. It's like super cute. It's like, guys, if you like this podcast because you're like, I like that it's a safe space that I'm not going to get re-traumatized in, because that was pretty much my whole goal with this. I was like, I want something that like echoes diversity, that echoes inclusivity, but I don't want to be the people that are giving you all the like traumatizing shit. Like there's so many people who do hot takes, news, the media updates, all that stuff. And that's also not me. I'm just not a pop culture person. Unless we're talking reality TV, then I got you. But when it comes to just like an everyday person, like I don't really know. Like, and by everyday, I literally mean like actors in movies. I'm like, Scarlett Johansson, like don't know anything about her. But I do know her name, obviously. But it's kind of like a romance show about like this like young black couple, and they're like in high school and everything. And it's kind of like, you know how we always see like those really adorable high school movies or shows, but most of the time the cast is like usually white, or the black person is just like an extra stuff. Like they're the main characters this time, and it's just so beautiful. It's so heartwarming. It just feels like a like nice big hug and embrace, and I really, really like it. It also taught me that you have a blocked part of your voicemail. I know y'all have seen that TikTok. Did you know that there is a blocked part of your voicemail? When I saw that on the show, my jaw dropped. I was like, this whole time I could have been getting calls from blocked people and them leaving a voicemail. I did not know that. So at this point, it's 1 a.m. and you know you should not be going through your blocked voicemail in the middle of the night right before you go to bed, because you're not going to end up going to bed. I go to it. I had a missed voicemail, because some of them are from like blocked numbers, others are just like from something that your phone automatically blocked. I had a voicemail from 2020 or 2019 when I was picking my college, and I told y'all how much trouble I had picking colleges because I graduated high school during 2020. I wanted to go to school for track, but I couldn't have districts. I couldn't even practice anymore. Ended up completely altering the course of my life. Not to be dramatic, I couldn't tour any colleges, so I literally was going in blindly. I wanted to move away from home so bad. My dream was to go to college in California, do track, and get the hell out of Texas. That's what I wanted. What did I end up doing? I ended up going to West Texas my first year of college, and I ended up living in Texas, in San Antonio, after I transferred for another year before I finally made it out and made it to Seattle my junior senior year, which I did remotely. I'm going through my voicemail, and it says, "Hi, Aleya. This is so and so from." It was a college in California, and we saw that you started application but didn't finish it because of the application fee. So I just want to let you know that we're waiving it for you, and you can go ahead and apply for early admission. And we're waiting on your stuff. Like, we're really interested in you. For my college applications, I had to pay for those myself. So I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm paying for my own car. Like, I bought my own car myself and everything too. And I was applying to colleges, but I was only applying to ones to where it was free applications, or I got it waived. You know what I mean? But some of the schools I didn't apply to because at the time, $45 to me at the time was the equivalent of like $100 or more now. Like, I was just like, I can't afford $45 when I'm the only person paying for my car. I'm having to pay for all of everything that I do. I'm having to pay for my gas. Like, I'm paying all my bills already, my insurance, all of that. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, $45 at like this point in time as a senior in high school who makes $8.25. No, I think I might have made like $8.50 or maybe $9 an hour. Like, that's just really expensive for me. I mean, $45, $9 an hour, I'd have to work how many hours? 9 times what is 45? 9 times 5? Yeah, I think that's right. Don't judge me. I told you guys I'm having a day. So I didn't apply, and I got that voicemail. And it turns out the whole time I could have applied, and they definitely were one of the track programs because the only colleges that I applied to out of state, I was wanted to be in their track program, and I had reached out to that. And yeah, so it turns out that maybe I could have lived out my dream life. I mean, everything happens for a reason, right? Like, I wouldn't have met Kai, and yeah, I mean, it was honestly so depressing hearing that. And especially because, like, I always think that I'm, like, healed. You know, like, when you're like, I've moved past my trauma, I'm doing better, and then you get reminded of it and you get pissed all over again. What is that? Is that being triggered? But literally, I'm at the point to where my day-to-day life, I don't carry my trauma on my shoulders, but remind me about a bitch. Remind me about a struggle I had, and I feel like I'm instantly, like, flash back there. You know what I mean? And so, like, it just made me so sad. I, like, had so many nightmares after that, too. Like, definitely cried to sleep. Like, it was just, like, not good. On a funnier note, the only other voicemail I had was from my high school. They had been calling me from August 2019 to July 2020 because no one paid my lunch bill. Like, I had a negative balance in my lunch account because no one paid it. But I remember, so another thing that I had to do growing up that might not be what everyone did is, like, when it comes to any sort of forms, like, I had to fill out everything myself. Like, when I transferred high schools, I had to register myself for high school and all of that. So obviously I'm gonna, like, if I'm doing adult things like this, I'm putting down my fucking phone number. So I put down my phone number, and I was tired of my school calling me all the time, so I blocked them. And it turns out they had been calling for that, which I had no idea. So there's like 20 voicemails from them. I think the only reason why I didn't have to pay it and why I actually got to graduate is because of COVID. So maybe that's where it kicked in. Oh my gosh, this has been a whirlwind of an episode. I couldn't find a way to include this, but I just wanted to tell y'all, bring charm bracelets back. I just got my James Avery charm bracelet cleaned because it had been resting for 3 years because I didn't have one in Seattle. And I finally got my charm bracelet cleaned, and I want to say it's gorgeous, and I love it. It tells the story of your life with all the charms. You can see what point you're at. It literally is like a little diary on your wrist. When the lady looked at mine, she was like, I'm a big sister too. I'm this too, because she could tell so many things about me just from looking at my charm bracelet. I just want to say bring charm bracelets back because they're in, they're cunt, they're cute, they dangle. Like, bring charm bracelets back. That is my motto for 2025. And be sure to rate the podcast 5 stars on Spotify and Apple. Subscribe on YouTube. Write in your questions, stories, advice. And be sure to follow the Instagram at Tease Pod, at Tease Podcast on everything else. I am at Aleya Antoine, and I will see you next Tease Tuesday. I have some very special guests and some very special stories coming up. So write in any questions that you have. I love you guys. Bye.